It's always good to keep it simple. I try and just live in simplicity. Whatever thing is complicated, try and simplify it for yourself.
Dr. Rebekka Shuuya. Now, she is our Royal Hustler for this morning. Dr. Shuuya is a specialist physician at the Katutura State Hospital and a part-time private. She's also a part-time lecturer in intern medicine at the School of Medicine at the University of Namibia. And last but not least, but really the reason why she's here, she's also an entrepreneur, having started her own business called the Emporium Collection Namibia, a custom-made furniture making business. Doctor, thank you so much for availing your time. I can just imagine it's just you have a lot to do. Thank you so much, man, for being our Royal Hustler for this morning.
Thank you, Morris.
Yeah.
Good morning, and Radio 99 FM listeners.
Yeah. Doctor, getting straight into it, man, tell us a bit about your childhood and how it's shaped the human being that you are today.
Well, had quite an interesting childhood.
Right.
I must say I'm lucky to be a firstborn of 5 siblings.
5?
In northern Namibia.
Yeah.
And the advantage of that is that it gives you a head start in leadership skills.
So you're a deputy parent?
Yes. Very nurturing skills from a very young age.
Yeah.
And also, I was also raised by my parents and grandparents, who both bring different dynamics of rearing a child than being raised by only your parents.
Right.
And last but not least is I had been blessed in academics.
Right.
So I have always been a top achiever throughout my childhood.
Right.
And I think that reinforced to me growing up that nothing is impossible in life if one works at it and put in all the effort.
Right.
So I never really went through life struggling to think, can I do this? Can I not do that? So when I look at all of these top achievers throughout the world in the different disciplines, be it the arts, be it business, in the sciences, to me, they are just living proof that for the next person out there, it is possible. Did
you mentioning that you are one of 5 children in your family, did that ever really did you ever feel pressure to charting the way and always making sure that your siblings, you set a solid example for them? Was that something that you felt pressure?
There were times where there was pressure, but not the pressure of setting a good example.
Right.
My schooling was personally just for me, because that's when I felt happy, when I achieved or when I excelled at my academics growing up. So it wasn't to show my siblings that they should also excel at the same things, because I believe everybody's talented in different ways, and not everybody's going to do it through the schooling system.
It's growing up, right? In northern Namibia. What was your biggest dream? Did you always want to be a doctor?
Absolutely not. No. No, actually not, but I'm glad I ended up loving it.
Yeah.
When I went to high school, I got introduced to astronomy through geography. I will never forget, my first class, learning about the different planets.
Right.
Yes. I even have a rhyme to this day to remember them. And to this day, there is nothing I find more fascinating than our beautiful universe, what is still to be discovered, what lies outside our solar system and beyond.
Do you believe in aliens?
I wouldn't call them aliens. aliens limiting our imagination. But
Right.
I believe if you and I are existing on this planet Earth, and it's just one solar system in one galaxy out of gazillion galaxies, to think we're not special. So if we are here, will you be surprised if there's other living beings? I will name them out there that we haven't discovered and they haven't discovered us. So it's just a matter of time and technology, and So if we are here, I would actually be surprised if there isn't life somewhere else. Yes.
We do have Dr. Shuuya in studio with us. We'll be continuing this conversation on the other side. Sounds of Rick Hassani with Gentleman.
Hey beautiful, I know what you need.
Mix, because hi. Children, please stay in school. Dr. Shuuya, again, thank you so much for being with us. So, continuing with our conversation, when you wake up in the morning, what sets your heart on fire? What motivates you on a daily basis?
Gratitude.
Right.
Just being thankful that I'm in a position that I'm in today.
Right.
Having the ability to serve people selflessly, because I take that as a privilege. So that in itself keeps me going on a daily basis. The other main thing that drives me is my whys, which are beyond personal achievements. My missions and visions of what I would want to leave behind the day that I'm gone and have left this planet. So everything I do, if I find myself being drained or tired and say, but why am I doing this?
Right.
Because for me, luxuries will never motivate me enough.
Right.
So those reasons are the ones that always motivate me.
If there is a young Namibian, listening to this particular conversation right now, listening to you, and they're like, wow, I love her story. What career advice, even life advice, would you give our listeners?
It's always good to keep it simple. I try and just live in simplicity. Whatever thing is complicated, try and simplify it for yourself. So for me, when I wake up and I go to see a patient or a client for Emporium collection for that day, I put myself in the client's shoes, and then I dig from my heart.
Right.
I treat them right from my heart, serve them from my heart. And when I also give service to people who may not even know that I'm doing something for them, I give an excellent service when no one is watching.
Yeah.
And they say that the devil is in the details.
Devil is in the details.
I say the devil is in the daily discipline.
How?
That's how we grow.
Devil is in the daily discipline.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Because that determines how far one goes in life.
Emporium Collection Namibia is now your entrepreneurial pursuits, aside from saving lives. Emporium, talk to us a bit about that. What was the idea behind Emporium Collection Namibia?
It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
I love beautiful interiors, like I'm sure a lot of people do, and we all have different tastes.
Yeah.
So I had been exposed to Emporium during my time while studying in Cape Town. and have always loved the details
Right.
at which they did the pieces. So when I came back home and was looking around for simple finishing pieces with design put into it and things that can, for me to express myself, it was a challenge. And I saw an opportunity that there is a vacancy of this kind of level of finishing.
Right.
Yes, where the customer has the main say
Right.
at what gets designed.
Right.
Yes.
I'm on the Emporium Collection Namibia Instagram page right now, and firstly, when I'm gonna buy a house now, I'm building now. Yeah, we need to have a conversation. I'm just saying, it looks absolutely stunning, and so if I want to get in touch with you, what are your social media details? I do know that the Instagram page is called Emporium Collection Namibia. Any other details that you'd like to share with our listeners, just in case they want to come through, say, hey, what's going on? I'd like some of this.
Yes. The Facebook page is also Emporium Collection Namibia.
Right.
Then we have our website, www.headoverboards.net.
Right. All right. Rebekka? Dr. Rebekka, let me put some respect on your name. Dr. Rebekka Shuuya, thank you so much for joining us and being our Royal Hustler for this morning. Absolutely inspirational story from saving lives. Actually from being an academic to astronomy and loving space and believing that there's no such thing as aliens, to being a whole doctor and of course an entrepreneur, just really turning the world on its head. Thank you so much for availing your time. We really appreciate it. Wishing you all the best. I'm going to call you when I just Thank you very much, Dr. Shuuya.
Thank you very much, Maurice, and thank you to the listeners.
That was our Royal Hustler, Dr. Rebekka Shuuya, who is a specialist physician at the Katutura State Hospital and part-time private. She's also a part-time lecturer in the internal medicine at the School of Medicine at the University of Namibia. And last but not least, she is also an entrepreneur, having started her own business called the Emporium Collection Namibia. Just exemplary, and just goes to show that it is possible. Your dreams are valid, young king and queen.
Royal Hustlers was proudly brought to you by Namdeb Diamond Corporation.
Good today, better tomorrow.